deserve all those nice words, but I will take it. Happy Onam. First of all, I want to thank the members of the Friends of Kerala and the Kerala Association of Las Vegas for having the courage to merge the two associations and bring the Malayali families under one roof. I want to especially thank Ansi John and Valsa Karmogar for their courageous leadership. This is a happy day and welcome home, everybody. Today, I want to convince you that happiness is a habit. Aristotle said, an unexamined life is not worth living. At the end of your life, we want to be able to look back and see that we lived our lives according to a vision and a mission. This means that we should have an overarching philosophy of life to decide what is really important to us. We spend a lot of time researching before we buy a car or a home. But I'm afraid we do not spend enough time thinking about how we spend our most precious commodities, namely our time and our life, both of which are irreplaceable. Aristotle said, happiness is the meaning and purpose of life, the whole aim and end of human existence. If we want to have happiness in our life, we must understand that happiness is quite different from fun. Fun is transient and sometimes frivolous and usually focused on ourselves. Happiness, on the other hand, is the byproduct of us doing something that is worthwhile. Happiness needs hard work. Albert Einstein said, if you want to be happy, tie it to a goal, not people or things. Mahatma Gandhi said, happiness is when what you think, what you say, and what you do are in harmony. Success is not the key to happiness. Happiness is the key to success. If you love what you are doing, you will be successful. Nothing can bring you happiness but yourself. The Stoic philosophy was very popular in ancient Rome and Greece. One cardinal principle of this philosophy was making a clear distinction between what we can control and what we cannot control. It's absolutely fruitless and frustrating to worry about the things that you do not have any control over. This only leads to unhappiness. This philosophy also highlights the fact it is not the events in our life, but our reactions to them and our interpretation of and our attitude to these events that determine the severity of the situation. Another principle of Stoic philosophy is to understand that you cannot control the past. We have to have a fatalistic attitude about the past, but a hopeful view of the future. We must not let small things bother us. In fact, there was a popular book some years ago with the title, Don't Sweat the Small Stuff, and it's all small stuff. Be optimistic. An optimist finds a solution for every problem, and a pessimist finds a problem for every solution. Rather than waiting for some big event to make us happy, we can learn to appreciate the small, good things that happen in our life every day, and we can become happier. Unexpected events are bound to happen in our life. Life is actually a series of obstacles to overcome. The way we face the challenges in our life shows our true character. And that's what differentiates us from others. Nothing is ever as bad as it seems at the moment when it is actually happening. Not getting what we want may even turn out to be a blessing in disguise. If we do not get what we want what you get. The Native Americans have a story about the good wolf and the bad wolf within every person. The bad wolf controls our negative emotions. The good wolf is in control over positive emotions. If we feed the bad wolf, it defeats the good wolf and we will be unhappy. So it's important that we nurture our positive emotions. Be compassionate. Be loving. Do not stay angry. Forgiveness is a great blessing that we can give to ourselves. Forgive our mistakes. Forgive others' mistakes. In fact, anger hurts us more than it hurts the other person. If we let it fester, we give control our thoughts, our emotions, and our time to the other person. Meanwhile, the person who you are angry at could care less. Anger is like picking up a piece of coal to throw it to our enemy. It burns us first before it can hurt the other person. It is important that we count our blessings and appreciate them. We tend to take our family, our friends, our health, our job, all for granted. Imagine our life without some of them. We usually take any criticism about us very seriously and disregard the positive comments about us. We need to focus on the goodness in ourselves and the people around us and not be bothered by human weakness. Remember, we too are far from imperfect. If we make others happy, we make ourselves happier. It is important that we live in the present and enjoy the moment. Worrying about the future and regretting the past does not do any good. Live today as if tomorrow may not come. We should not be too busy tuning our musical instrument that we forget to play the music. Our life is not a rehearsal for a later life. It's important not to take ourselves too seriously and be able to laugh at ourselves. Do not get easily offended or take anything personally or assume anything. Let things work out over time. Time is a great healer. There is no urgency to immediately react to perceived slights or insults. Some people demand that they must do well all the time, that they must be treated well by everybody at all times. There is no reason to expect that these demands are going to be met. These are unrealistic expectations that lead to disappointment and unhappiness. Understand that the world owes you nothing. In summary, we all should contemplate the purpose of life, what we want to do with it, and live accordingly. It takes a lot of practice and patience and readjusting of our attitudes. But happiness is certainly within our reach, no matter what our circumstances. To be happy is our responsibility and our duty to the people around us. It is an exercise, a mental exercise that nobody else can do for us. Life is like a garden. We have to clear the weeds routinely and plant new flowers on a regular basis to have a beautiful garden. Happiness is a habit and it can and must be cultivated. Thank you.